Hey, I'm Bubble Mouse. Some of you might recognize me from Twitch, where I stream my battles every day, but this is my first YouTube video. And today I'm going to show you the Master League team that I created for Open Master League this season, including my favorite spice pick, Darmanitan Safe Swap. So this team is a Togekiss lead, which is a great lead. If that thing gets boosted, the whole battle might be over at that point. Darmanitan is a very unexpected Master League pick. You don't see a lot of them around. It has interesting move sets. Mine is running Rock Slide and Focus Blast with Incinerate Fast Move, and it catches some people off guard. And finally, in the back, we have the bulky Giratina Altered. That thing can take moves like none other, and it's even pretty good against a Togekiss. So you will see. Let's watch some battles. This team actually has the Togekiss Giratina Altered core. Togekiss is weak to steel types, and Giratina Altered is a monster. It can take hit after hit after hit, and with those Shadow Claws, it can farm down most of these steel types before taking much damage at all. As you can see here, we threw the super effective Shadow Sneak, but we are baiting with the Dragon Claws, because we know we can Shadow Claw this thing down in the end. We saw the Dialga lead here, which Togekiss easily wins against a level 50 Dialga. So they swapped right out of that into a hard answer to Togekiss. We were able to get the shields, and now Togekiss comes in. Iron Head is super effective against Togekiss, so we're going to shield this. Now, it would be great to catch the second Iron Head on that Darmanitan, but since they swapped out, we don't have to, and it's actually way better to stay in this matchup. And here you see the boosted Togekiss. This is already game over. Once that Togekiss gets boosted, there is no stopping it. Can farm down everything in its path. We don't even have to bring in the safe swap here. Alright, here we win lead against a Garchomp. They immediately swap into Mewtwo, and we have a hard answer to a Mewtwo, which is a Ghost type. Mewtwo can run Shadow Ball. This one throws a Side Strike right there. Giratina Altered is so bulky, it can tank a Shadow Ball, and that is what we are about to do in this matchup. We know it's possible, but we know we can take it. And we still can get our moves off here, and if they don't shield this Pokemon is going to be farmed all the way down. Garchomp is back. We can get a little chip damage with some Dragon Claw. We get farmed down, but Togekiss is a hard wall, so they swap, and then we swap immediately. This is a really spammy Pokemon. They will get to their Rock Slides before we get to a Focus Blast, and they'll get to their Drill Runs at the same time. So I go ahead and throw the Rock Slide, which did intend to be CMP. Luckily though, Togekiss is very thick too and can take a Rock Slide from an Excadrill and manages to farm it all the way down. And we already know we do not need to worry about the Garchomp. This Garchomp cannot touch Togekiss. No matter what move they throw, we're still going to live it. As you can see there, that Garchomp gets farmed all the way down. Another Garchomp lead, and here comes the Steel type. We bring in a hard answer. This is a much better answer than the Darmanitan against it, because we can tank a few Drill Runs. And we don't have to give up our shields right away. As you can see, these charge moves are doing quite a bit of damage to the Giratina. Excadrill has a pretty high attack. But eventually this is going to get farmed down. Even if we have to shield, we will still win switch here. Throwing a Dragon Claw just to see if they want to use their second shield, and they do. They will still get farmed down. And now we should have thrown the Shadow Claw to chip this, but we are going to come while we wait, they have to throw a rock slide or we get to another move. So they don't throw, so we're going to chip this a little bit more. And we're going to force them to throw their move, which they do. And then we can come in with Darmanitan, do a lot of damage with the fast moves. Shielding here might be a mistake. They have farmed up quite a bit of energy and we may not be getting to a move, and we didn't tap it fast enough, so I think this takes us out. Oh, we get to live that rock slide. Would have been better to throw the focus blast at the Garchomp, but we know that Togekiss is just going to be able to farm this down and not take any damage here. They're going for Sand Tomb, which is interesting because if that Melmetal can get to a rock slide, it may be able to knock this out with one rock slide after it's been debuffed like that. But it was too late and we already had a flamethrower. Alright, here come the steel type leads. We safe swap straight into the Darmanitan. It sort of catches people off guard. This person has a Dragonite and may not realize that the rock slide is going to hurt so much. And they did let that go. And we will get to a second one. And it looks like they're going for a full farm down here. But they do have to shield in order to do that. Now they probably have a Hurricane loaded. And we're just going to tank that because we know we can. And farm it down. Now we have two shields in Giratina. Giratina catches the rock slide and is going to be a hard wall against this Melmetal. And in comes their second steel type, the Excadrill that we saw. And we know that this is where we want to use our shields eventually because this thing will hurt the most. Look at the work that Giratina puts in here. It is so bulky. It takes so many, it can take fast moves, it can take charge moves. It's putting in work. Giratina, unless Togekiss gets boosted, Giratina is usually the star of this team. We can still take quite a few rock slides here. So Giratina is just going to keep putting in the work, putting in the work, putting in the work. We are fishing for that second shield, and we know that we can only live one more rock slide, so we're going to throw up a shield. See if we can get that shield from them. If they're counting moves, they may not shield this, but it will do enough damage where we can farm this down. And they have to throw. And they are not at back-to-back rock slides, so Togekiss will be able to farm that down pretty easily. Here comes another steel type lead. We had safe swap straight in. They bring in the Garchomp, maybe thinking that we have overheat, but here comes the focus blast and they don't shield it. Look at how much damage that does. They go for a big earth power, but we are already at a second move, and without a shield here, we will take swap, which is kind of important in this game. We do not want to see that Togekiss against a Metagross. We now have Giratina paired up against the Metagross, which is a hard answer. We will want to shield here. Togekiss will not need to shield against a Groudon. We are hoping to rip shields here. Chip damage with Dragon Claw would do enough. But if we can get this thing low enough and make it throw its energy. Oh, they go for the swap and we catch it and we swap as well, and we catch the Fire Punch right here on Togekiss. And I think no matter what, we can farm this all the way down and have a move loaded. And well, they get to their second move. So actually now we have to farm it down with the Giratina, and that is totally fine because we know they've thrown all their energy now. And now we have a move to throw and take out the Metagross. All right, we have Ho-Oh lead. So we safe swap straight into our fire type because it resists the charm. They have an answer for it though, and a water dragon is not what we want to see against Darmanitan. This is going to win this matchup, so there is no point in shielding because we will not get to another move. We did manage to grab a shield, and we know that we can farm this all the way down with Togekiss because it is a dragon. Ho-Oh comes back in, and now with energy, Togekiss can throw the super effective Ancient Power move, and we don't boost, so we get the heck out to our second answer. Now this trainer is down 2 shields, and they come back in with Dialga, which is level 50, and it will cause problems, but with 2 shields we should be able to chip this all the way down and win this matchup. If we can farm it down here, then we have a shield and energy to throw at Ho-Oh, so this should work out well here. We did manage to bank a move and get out and transfer that Incinerate onto the Togekiss. They throw 2 moves here, and they're both Brave Birds. Now this defense has dropped twice, and before that Incinerate comes through, we are able to throw our energy into it and take out that Ho-Oh. Here comes Mewtwo lead. This is a really common matchup we see all day long in the Master League, one of the most popular Master League leads. This Mewtwo farms up usually to 7 to threaten an Ice Beam, and then almost always throws Psy Strike. This Mewtwo is also only looking like to be around a level 41 or 42. So it gets taken out pretty easily with the charms. And they bring in Kyogre, and this is great to see here because we do not want to come into a Kyogre with Darmanitan. Instead, we have a hard answer to it, resisting all the water type moves. And unless it has Blizzard, it can't threaten the Giratina. And right now it's looking like it's not trying to farm up to that higher energy charge move. We are not needing to shield any of these resisted Surfs. And they come right back in with Togekiss. This one is level 50. And we are able to bring in our fire type to resist all the charms, and then we get to threaten as many rock slides as we can get to. We should be able to make it to 3 rock slides before they get to a second Ancient Power. One waterfall takes us out, and here we are still with the wall to Kyogre, being able to finish that off in 1 Dragon Claw. Another Mewtwo lead. This one is a level 50 Mewtwo, so we are going to have to work hard to farm this down. They do farm up. We shield the first one. If they throw again right there, it usually means that it's another Psy Strike. Here we fish for the boost. If we can get boosted like that, then we can no shield this. Giving up the Togekiss boost is kind of a pain, but it's not going to do us any good against a Melmetal. Takes us way too long to get to the Flamethrower. And here we have 2 decent answers to a Melmetal in the back, so I bring in the Giratina. We know that we will win this. Even down a shield, there's no way they can take out this Giratina. We're resisting all the fast moves, and the rock slides are just doing very, very little neutral damage. Here we still live 1 more rock slide, and now we're in the position where we could threaten them, and they decide to bring back in their Ho-Oh, which we have an answer for. Darmanitan. Both of us are resisting the fast moves. Darmanitan is just a tiny bit spammier. We get rock slides. We're not trying to reach for Brave Birds and Earthquakes. So we should be able to tie them on our third charge move as they get to their second. And we do win CMP. And that allows us to farm down the Mewtwo and the Melmetal. Alright, here's a Snorlax lead. This is a very neutral matchup. We can charm it to death and they can body slam us to death. So we will be sitting here for quite a while unless we can get the boost here. Boosted Togekiss, always a problem. Now we can tank any move that they throw. And we might see them swap out here to avoid getting farmed down. But they do not. We shield this just so our boost doesn't go to waste. When Melmetal coming in, and we do have enough energy to throw a boosted flamethrower, they need to shield this, or it will do that much damage. This is what happens when you don't use your shields against a boosted Togekiss. And here all they have left is their own Togekiss, and with Darmanitan we can farm this all the way down. Shielding one time. And if we somehow get boosted on and farm down, Giratina is going to be able to come in and sweep this in the back. Even if this is boosted, those charms will still be taking a long time to get through the bulk of Giratina Altered. So as you see, that boost did give them the ability to farm us down. And now here comes another Ancient Power. And a second boost! Look at how much those charms are doing, but Giratina still too bulky to get taken down. Alright, another Mewtwo lead. This is another level 40, low 40s Mewtwo. We're going to shield the first Psy Strike. We can definitely tank this one. And they bring in a Melmetal. In this case, because of the Mewtwo in the front, I believe I opted to bring in the Darmanitan just so that we have that Giratina Altered to take care of the Mewtwo in the back. We will need to shield the Rock Slide, and they do get to another one, but a non-stab. Oh, it's a superpower. They're superpowering. I'm not sure if that's because they're running Flash Cannon or Thunderbolt, but that is not the move to throw. And definitely not before stacking two of them. Taking that extra Incinerate damage allowed me to farm that all the way down. And here is a Dragonite with no shield. This will do quite a bit of damage. And Mewtwo comes back, so we throw energy. Are able to charm it down, and I think we can even charm down this Dragonite all the way. Indeed. Tyranitar lead is interesting. We'll both be doing super effective damage to each other. Charms chunking a little faster, so they do decide to swap out into their hard answer of Metagross. And we come right back with our own hard answer. A Ghost type versus this Psychic. We will be doing super effective damage here. And they will need to shield this if they want to stick around. Oop, that doesn't quite take it out. It is resisted. Was fishing for a shield, but now we have to shield to keep switch. With Tyranitar coming back, we can chip it some more. In fact, we can probably put enough pressure on this to where they need to swap out again. And they do, and they catch Dragon Claw on Garchomp. Still super effective. And we know that we are a hard wall to Garchomp with the Togekiss. None of the charge moves that... Oh, and we get boosted again! And now this Garchomp has nowhere to go, and nor does the Tyranitar. We will shield the Stone Edge and farm both things all the way down. Here comes another Togekiss lead. This one is also a hundo. It is not best buddied, but I still don't go for CMP. I still try to sneak a move through. That snuck move on the Togekiss mirror can make or break the matchup. One extra charm and you win, and it's not a simultaneous KO. And they choose not to shield. They want to save shields. We will keep switch here, try to get that flamethrower off, but we're not going to make it. And we have a really hard answer to this. With one shield, this should be absolutely fine. We'll be able to get this low enough. Where we can now incinerate down, so we don't need to shield this. And in fact, we might survive. Indeed we do. We do get farmed down, but we will get one incinerate. And they bring in a Leafeon. What a spicy, spicy Master League pick. But unfortunately, this is not what they want to see in the back. They're going to get farmed all the way down before they get to a second charge move. One more incinerate. Should deal with Metagross. And that resisted Meteor Mash would not have KO'd. Here comes Melmetal. They safe swap straight out of that mirror match. And I think that actually would have brought in Giratina Altered here. It's just a better matchup. Here we're going to have to shield. Oh, but they're superpowering again. Look at that. Look at that. They've superpowered. And now their superpowers are doing less, and our Incinerates are just absolutely destroying them. Oh, and they have a Swampert in the back. Interesting. So here we just reach for that Focus Blast. We make them throw their energy so that they don't have any energy to throw here. Between Giratina Altered and Togekiss, this Swampert is in trouble. And now here we go. We are desynced. I do manage to get this move off first. They snuck a charm through and they did have a shield, but we got the boost again. Insane. Now they will be throwing the flamethrower. That does more damage, but with the boost, the charms just take that out. And we can even get a move on the Swampert. Oh my goodness. Those mud shots doing negative damage, basically healing the Togekiss. And with the energy that we have here, we should be able to take out the Swampert. All right, another Togekiss mirror in the lead. Again, this one actually is a best buddy. It looks like not a hundo, but possibly could be having that 15 attack, causing a toss-up, a coin flip at the charge move. So I do continue to try to sneak a move through, and it looks like I did. As you can see, they're a little bit lower in health than I am. And we will charm them down and have an ineffective charge move to throw at the Dialga that comes in. This is a baby Dialga. That is not a level 50 Dialga. The Incinerates are going to be hurting this a lot more. That is an Iron Head, which is resisted. And they have a Machamp in the back. And unless this thing is running Payback, they're not going to have much of a chance at hurting this Giratina. And they did go and throw a Rock Slide, so now we know. We don't have to worry about shielding unless they were running double nukes, which is very unusual. Now we have enough energy to chip this Dialga down a bit. We should be able to get it. And we had banked a Focus Blast, which just completely obliterates that Dialga. And there you have it. That's the team. Focus blasting our way through the Master League meta. I hope you enjoyed the team. I would not recommend running this team if you don't have level 50 Pokemon. I wouldn't recommend joining the Open Master League with any Pokemon that you have not powered up well over level 40. If you're looking to have some fun in the Open Master League and you have the resources to build this team, I definitely recommend it. I've had a blast, and I will be streaming this team a bit more in the next week.